Good evening, everyone. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, selamat datang. Datuk, Tan Sri. We have any Tan Sri or Datuk here? If we don't have any Tan Sri or Datuk here, doesn't matter. Imagine yourself one of them. Yeah. Imagine you are the Tan Sri tonight or you are Datuk tonight, because tonight we are talking about dream. So you can be a Datuk or Tan Sri or Datuk Sri in your dream. Okay. So basically tonight we have four presenters. Four presenters is going to share their dreams or going to share some stories. All right. So let me start with I will kickstart and then subsequently I'll introduce the next one. Yeah. So let me share my presentation. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. All right. So now you can see Srini. Can you see the second page? All right. So today this is the figure that I extract from our Malaysia's government. Today's unemployment rate is basically as of not today, sorry, as of November 2020, there are about 764,000 people unemployed. Of course, May 2020 is more because that's after our COVID. So it's 828. Then it goes down a little bit and then it goes up again towards end of last year. So I think this year also the trend is actually moving up. So in terms of the unemployment. So I hope any one of you or anyone in this room, you are not part of it or you are not one of them. Yeah. Okay. So basically today we are talking about money, salary earner, or how much you earn a month. Okay. Basically, if you look at it, if you are a salary earner of 2,000 ringgit basic salary, your salary, then of course your annual income is 24,000. Subsequently, your 3,000 and 4,000, okay, your annual income is 48,000. And if your monthly income is 8,000, your annual income is only 96,000. Of course, if you're earning five figure like 10,000, then of course your annual income is more than 120,000 or 120,000 per annum. Yeah, and as it goes by, can you imagine if today you are earning 18,000 a month? 1 year you are only earning 216,000 a year. All right. If you are 18,000 salary earner a month, I don't know in this room how many of you actually earn more than 18,000 a month. Salary, I'm talking about salary, yeah. So if you're one of them, okay, congratulations, well and good, yeah. Okay, so let's look at this year, 2021. This is by staff application on the 15th of December. Their forecast after they do all the surveys and talking to the MEF presidents and all that. The forecast salary increment, of course, as we know, COVID-19. So for executive and non-executive is actually as low as 4.59 or 4.57. So I will take this about 5%. Okay. Let's say your salary increment is 5% this year. So how much is you're earning? If your salary is 3,000 ringgit a month, your increment is only 150 ringgit. 150 ringgit, yeah. Your money, your this year's increment. So if you're 4,000, then your increment is 200. So that is actually based on 5% increment. For those who actually have increment more than, congratulations, you are very, very lucky. I think some didn't even have any increase, okay? And for those who has, if your salary is 8,000, your increment is about 400. So you can see, when your salary hit about like 12,000 or 15,000, if you're earning 12,000 to 15,000 a month, this year your increment is, according to the forecast, is 5%. Say if your salary is 12,000 ringgit a month, this year your increment is only 600 ringgit. Can you imagine 600 ringgit compared to your 12,000 income a month? 600 ringgit is very small. I would say it's quite negligible. If you were to receive this increment, I think it's quite disappointed for the whole one whole year hard work, right? But what to do? I mean, this is the situation, right? So today, if you start as an employer, you started as an employee staff, okay, then of course you work very hard, and then subsequently maybe for those who has worked more than 10 years or 15 years, you know what I'm trying try to actually explain lah. So for those who are still young, of course, try to target yourself. Let's say, for example, today you started working, right? So you as an employee, how long do you think that you can actually achieve a manager level? 5 years, 6 years, 7 years? So, for example, maybe you work hard and then 5, 6 years later, or even 10 years later, you become a full manager. Yeah, a full manager, because you got to go through staff, you got to go through all the ranking, right? Supervisor, assistant manager, then you become manager or maybe senior manager after 10 years. Do you think that you want to achieve more? I mean, as a working class people, right? Do you think you want to achieve more? I'm sure you want to achieve more. You want to be a director, or you want to achieve the MD of the company, or you want to achieve the CEO of the company. So, but by the way, a company can have 1,000 staff, can have 200 managers, but only one CEO. Okay, a company cannot have 10 CEO just because you are capable. All right. So a company also cannot have 10 MDs just because you are capable, right? So maybe you work hard, maybe 10, 30 years later, or maybe more than 20 years later, you become MD or you become a CEO. Then you got a very nice office to yourself, right? Very nice room, very nice office to yourself, right? So are you can you imagine that, today, which one is you? Okay, are you the one who are sitting down or standing up? So this may happen today. Maybe you are the one who are sitting down, who seated one. But maybe a couple of years later, you will be standing lah. Okay, you'll be standing up. Okay, so you are actually basically trading your time for the salary that never enough. Okay, basically you're trading your time for the salary that is never enough. All right. So, do you have a dream? Now you need to ask yourself. Okay. For those who started working, I think it's good for you to start to have a dream. For those who has been working for a while, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, then you need to ask yourself: do you have a dream? And is your dream in color? Okay, if your dream is not in color, or you don't have a dream, then basically you are just living a very routine job that, wake up in the morning, brush up, go to office, and then finish work, goes home, right? So very monotonous kind of very routine job lah. So now is the time for us to start to build our dreams. Okay, to start to dream, and we need to dream big, not a smaller dream. Need to dream big. So we need to dream in color also. Yeah. Okay. How? Do you have a dream to own a big bungalow or big house like this? Maybe this is a bit optimistic. So this is like a resort, but I think this is almost everybody's dream house, right? Do you want to own a house like this? With the swimming pool, with the jacuzzi, and all that. All right. So maybe it's not so realistic. So okay, we dream slightly smaller. Okay, so maybe we dream of a double-story house, semi-D. Right. So is it your dream house? Maybe you should start to, if this is not, maybe you should start to dream, to put on this is a house that you want to own. Why? Because you can stay with your parents together, right? I mean, you can't stay in a smaller house and then squeeze everybody in there. So you need a bigger house. All right. So do you dream a car, a better car? All right. So for those out there, please don't dream of BMW and Mercedes and all that. That's uncle and auntie's car, okay? So uncle and aunties, you can dream of BMW and Mercedes. For young people, dream of this type of car, okay? This type of car. This is young people's car, okay? All right? Okay, then this is another one, young people's car, yeah? So BMW, Mercedes is all outdated, okay? So dream something big. What about this? Do you dream about bring your family to a restaurant, underwater kind of restaurants, aquarium, shark, swim by? This is the one that in Dubai, yeah? So do you have that kind of dream? Bring your families and have a good dinner there, right? So, I mean, At this moment, of course, nobody dare to dream like that. Because why? Because you know your salary is not enough. Even your income, not to mention this type of restaurant, slightly more decent restaurant also, maybe once a year, birthday month only you can go, right? So um, today you need to really think, your parents supported you for so many years, right? Or so for so long. So do you want to bring your parents or your family for a good dinner like that? Can you imagine today? Imagine if you bring your mom to this restaurant and it's her birthday, and the divers inside the aquarium actually is holding the sign and wish your mom happy birthday. Can you imagine how your mom or your dad is going to think, right? I'm sure they're very touching, right? They're very touched, right? So this is something that we should dream of, not only for ourselves but also for our family and also for our parents. Yeah, after all, your parents supporting you for so many years, right? Okay, so do you dream of bring your family for a holiday like this? Do you dream of that? So if you're not, then it's time for you to start to dream. Okay, it's time for you to start to dream of these type of holidays. You know, and do you dream of taking a train? I mean, this is my dream, by the way. This is Trans-Siberian train, okay, from China all the way to Russia. All right. So, do you think of going for a kind of different kind of holiday, very unique? Because why? Because going on train for holiday, all right, Trans-Siberian train. Okay, this one will cost you about 18,000 euro per head. Five-star luxury train. Okay, 18,000 euro per head lah. So this is a very luxury train. But then this is a kind of holidays that do you if you can afford, bring your family, right? Bring your family, bring your parents together with you, right? So we're talking about, can your income finance your dream today? Can your income finance your dream? Okay. Um, if your answer is cannot, if your answer is, I'm sure majority of us, if I ask you this question, can your income finance your dream, right? I'm sure your answer, majority lah, majority. Some of them, some of you here already achieved very well in Atomy, excluded. So if your answer is cannot and you do nothing about it, okay, consciously, you got a dream, but then your income cannot finance your dream, but then you do nothing about it, right? Then few years later, when you think about it, it's a nightmare for you lah. It's not a dream, but it's a nightmare for you. Okay, because you are doing nothing about it, right? So today, what our ancestor teach us, and our ancestor, that means this is a Chinese word. Our ancestor teach us, in Chinese they say 居安思危 lah. So that means our ancestor or our great grandfather, when those many generations ago, they taught us that when you are in your comfort zone, maybe today you are earning a salary of 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, doesn't matter. But when you are in a comfort zone, you must always think of a danger time. That means you must always think ahead. What if I lose my job? What if my company that I work for got some crisis, and then go bust? Or what if my company decided to move to India? Okay, for example, not this is not example. This is a very bad news. Couple of days ago, IBM decided to move to India, so they're going to retrench IBM in Putrajaya. IBM is going to retrench about 3,000 people. Okay, IBM Malaysia, they decided to move to India because here is no longer viable for them to do business. All right. So when you are in your comfort zone, you must always think of danger time. So this is important because today the youngsters never thought of that, especially young people. They never think of that. Some young people, they may have 3,000-5,000 salary and they are very comfortable. They can go cafe every day, but then they never think of their the danger time or the bad time. All right. Second thing that our ancestors taught us, prepare the umbrella before the rains. Okay. So in Mandarin it says 未雨绸缪 lah. So you need to prepare the umbrella before the rains. Don't wait until the rains came and then you start to panic and then to find your umbrellas and all that. All right. So this is a very good phrase that actually we learn from the old people, the senior people, that we need to get prepared ourselves for the bad time to come. So if you are prepared, then you don't have to worry. All right. And this is the best one. This is the one that I just learned a couple of weeks ago from our CEO Bahangir, right? The genius of the end, okay, A and D. That means in Mandarin it says choose two. You got two, choose both, okay? Don't choose one, right? So it's not either one, either or, but it's choose two, all right? So the genius of the end. So we need today, what we need to do, we need to have both, okay? That means today, if you are you are an employee, you are working for people, right? You need to have another source of income, okay? So you need to have both. One income is no longer secure. It's not that one income no good, it's good, but then it's no longer secure. You need to have both, okay? That is why I twist a bit. I mean, our CEO Bahangir says that genius of the end is to choose quality and also price, absolute quality, absolute price, and all that, right? But this one also applicable for today, for today's sharing, because you need to choose two. That means you have your income, you need to have another second source of income. Yeah. So there are many ways. There are many ways to generate passive income. Many ways. You can invest in property. You can invest in share market, stock market. You can invest in forex. You can do a lot of things to generate passive income. Okay, you can go and buy a durian plantations and then plant Mosang King for 500 trees, and then you wait 5 years later, you got passive income. Also can. Today, they are a new business, planting durian trees, So you can go and buy a farm, few hundred acres, and then plant your durian Mosang King, and then wait 5 years later, you got passive income for the next 30 years. Also can. There are many ways of generating passive income. Yeah, and network marketing is the easiest way to generate passive income. Network marketing is the easiest way. And Atomy is the king of this. Is the king of this. So I call Atomy's network marketing a new network marketing. Remember this phrase. So a lot of people ask me, is Atomy direct selling? I say no. Is the Atomy network marketing company? I said no. We are new network marketing company. New network marketing. Okay, we are no longer a network marketing like Amway, like Mararuka, and all that. No, we are new network marketing. Why? Because we don't sell products. We don't have retail profits. We don't deliver products, right? We don't have price different, only one price. Global, same price, right? Our ID can grow the whole international, go everywhere, So we have so many advantages and benefits. So we are no longer a network company, but we are a new network company. So this is, I love this logo lah. New, double N, right? New network company. So it's an N to the power of 2. So we are actually a multiply kind of business in Atomy. So Atomy is one of the way to generate your passive income. Yeah. So a lot of people commented, especially youngsters, network marketing is not my dream. It's not my cup of tea, right? A lot of young people always commented this network company is not my cup of tea. I'm not interested. It's not my dream, right? But they have forgotten, because I always ask them, so is your salary is your salary your current job your dream or not? I mean, most of the time they also say no lah. So network company may not be your dream, right? But it can finance your dream. Okay, so this is very, very important for us to learn. A lot of people, a lot of us got rejection from friends, right? Network company is not my dream, not my cup of tea, right? Direct selling is not my cup of tea, right? So, but then again, when I ask them, so do you have a dream? Can your current salary finance your dream? Cannot, right? But network company can finance your dream. I mean, network marketing can finance your dream, right? So which is better? And we are not asking you to quit that one and then join. No, no. But it's actually both. So the genius of the end, both. Right? Choose both. Okay. So Atomy basically, I always tell people, yeah. Today, lately, I always tell people, Atomy, and the power, and to the power of 2M, right? New network marketing. We are helping ordinary people become extraordinary. Okay, in Malay we say membantu orang biasa menjadi luar biasa lah. Alright, so okay, so we are in Atomy. Basically, we are helping ordinary people to become extraordinary. That's Atomy. We are not selling, but we are actually helping people. All right. Okay, so the last one. This is my favorite phrase from Tony Robbins. He says, the impossible journey is the one that you never begin. All right. So once you have a dream, every journey becomes possible. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for your attentions. And the next person that I would like to introduce, none other than our beauty. Yeah. Okay. Samantha. All right. So I'm going to share her video, yeah? Okay, got it, yeah? Hang on, So after the video, Samantha will share about her dream, okay? Hang on, All right. Let me play the video, yeah?
Hi, my name is Samantha Yo, and I'm from Penang Island. I'm so excited and thrilled because this is my first time sharing my life scenario to the public. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I love to read and I love to eat. I love to sing and dance as well. My comfort food is having white rice with petai, sambal belacan and fish. I love to read fiction books and I believe that knowledge gives power. I have a pet called Beaver and I have an adopted cat called Mocha. Today I'm going to share with you my life scenario. Let's go! My first life scenario is to achieve my auto sales master by end of 2021. With this financial freedom, I'll be able to enjoy my life and to do the things that I love. By then, I will also be able to give allowances to my family, especially my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, and also to my nieces and my nephews. I will be able to take them for shopping and also to travel around the world. Then I'll be able to enjoy my favorite food or all the cuisines around the world because as a foodie myself, this would be something that I really wish to look forward to. My second life scenario is all about charity. Now my charity is a little bit different because it's all about animals. I am an animal lover. When I reach my auto sales master by end of 2021, I will contribute 1,000 ringgit per month so that all these stray animals, especially the dogs and the cats, will have more food to eat and shelter. I even envision myself by the year of 2023 that I will be able to build a home for all these stray dogs and cats so that they will be well taken care of. Lastly, I would like to thank everyone and I wish all of you all the best in Atomy. Bye!
Okay, so let's welcome Samantha to share with us her dream. All the way to you, Sam.
Thank you, Ben. Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Can hear.
That video was taken some time ago, I think. I think it was was it last year? Yeah. Anyway, sorry about the blurry of the video. It wasn't meant to be shared in the Zoom. But anyway, Ben thought that it'd be great to incorporate this video into today's sharing. My sharing is a little bit simple. I'm going to tell you guys about my dare to dream. Firstly, let me tell every one of you a little bit about myself, where I came from. Before I came back to Penang, I was basically working in Kuala Lumpur for quite some time. So all my life, for almost 20 years, I was in medical line, okay? I was doing medical sales in equipments, consumables, anything you name it, okay? And I was even running a beauty salon in Damansara Heights, okay? On top of that, I also did hyperbaric. So I'm very, how to say, I'm a person who really love to help people in sense of people who are really sick, because I've met a lot of autistic child. I've met a lot of people who are really sick, like neurologist people, you know, they have neuro problem, or they have diabetic problem, you know, they have to amputate their legs and all. That's where I help them to put them into chambers to make sure that they don't get their legs amputated, to make sure that, you know, they get healed. People with breast cancer, so that they go into the hyperbaric chamber, they'll get healed. But nevertheless, these therapies are all very expensive, and insurance are not covered. So when I was doing this, in my heart, I was always thinking, what about the poor people? What will happen to them when they don't have money? And, you know, a lot of poor people, they also don't have insurance. Okay. So when you're really sick and you're at nowhere to go, and especially if you do not have income to bear all your sicknesses, life has no meaning. Okay. So I've met this lady. She has little money, and she has breast cancer. So she told me she really wants to live because her son is only like 10 years old. But what we can do for her is only giving her discounts, okay? But that discounts cannot help her because she needs a lot of sessions of hyperbaric chamber, which is oxygen therapy. I don't know what happened to her. She did 20 sessions. Insurance are not covered. But nevertheless, this has also opened an eye to me, that knowing that, you know, sometimes you have money, you have a lot of things, but you do not have health. That's again another problem, okay? So when I draft out my dream is a bit different. Of course, everybody wants to get rich, very, very rich, okay? Nobody wants to be poor, right? And on top of that, I think everybody wants to have a luxurious life, have a big house, big car to show off, right? Actually, all these things to me, it doesn't matter. If I have it, it's a blessing. But to me, what I want most in life is to have something that I can leave behind when I die. These things can continue. Someone can take over and run it. That's why I love ministries, okay? I love to have ministries. A lot of my time, Ben always tell me, you are so busy. What are you busy with? Busy with this, that. Actually, I'm busy doing things that I don't really earn money for now, okay? Because I believe that when you help people, things will come back to you, okay? Good karmas will come back, all right? So now that when I was in KL, when I was learning all these things, doing all these things, I didn't have much time to do the things that I love, okay? I couldn't read. I love to read. I couldn't even have much time to eat properly. I was very skinny that time. And on top of that, I was very stressful. But I do really enjoy my work because I love medical, I love beauties, I love products, and, you know, I love to help people. So when I came back to Penang to get married, I have to leave all this behind. All the 20 years of experiences that I had to just leave it in KL because I couldn't bring all those businesses back to Penang. And in fact, Penang is not a place to accept certain of those things that I was doing. Then again, I was learning new things. Again, I love to learn new things. I was in fact, I was in insurance. I was in many things, licensing and all. Then I met Atomy. Okay, so what makes me carve my dream today in Atomy is that I believe that Atomy has these things that all I ever wanted. It has all the products I love, beauty, health, you know, and it has things that I can do. Because I think after so many years, when you're given time frame to do things, you get very stressful. Okay, now that I can do things better, so I can give my time more frame. So I'm going to tell you my dare to dream. I dream of myself in 5 years' time. I'm going to have a financial freedom, number one, which is, I think, is everybody's dream. And secondly, which is very important, I want to have a balanced life. I think balanced life is very important for everybody. You can be very rich, but if you don't have a balanced life, you don't have meaning. Okay, if you're working 24 hours and you don't have proper time to sleep, eat, and have time with your family, your wife, your spouse, or your children, there's no meaning in life. And most importantly, I think you need to spend time with yourself. Okay, not only with your friends or your spouse, with yourself, meaning that you need to love yourself. You need to spend time to know yourself, what you like best, what makes you be a better person so that you can be a blessing to people around you. I think this is very important to me, to have a dream whereby I can improve myself to be a better person. And on top of that, with all the gifts that is given to me, all the knowledges that I've learned, all the abilities that I have, I want to incorporate all these three things into what I'm doing now so that when people ask me, I can contribute it back. And I believe by giving all these knowledges that I have, sharing out, although right now I might not see anything fruitful, but I believe by sharing all out slowly and surely, this will be something that's going to be beneficial for me in the future. Because when I'm doing what I'm doing now, there's no rush. Okay, nobody's rushing me, nobody's forcing me, nobody's giving me a timeline. I'm doing this because of myself. And I'm doing this because of my family. And most importantly, I love what I do. Okay. And another thing is that I believe in helping people. And when you guys saw my slide, just the video just now, right? I really want to have this place where I built this house. I can keep all these animals all around the roads and the streets and, put them there, feed them. But all this needs money because I know that not many people love animals, but because I'm in there, so I'm just sharing my dare to dream. Not many people dare to dream this kind of dream, but for me, I think that this is something that will make me very, very happy. And this needs a lot of money. Okay, with no money, you cannot go to take these animals in to shelter them, to feed them, and to even take them to vet. Okay, all this needs money. So what I need now is to make sure that I'm aligned with what I do. Okay, and another thing that what makes me have this dream that I have is that I want to help my family as well. Okay, not to say that my family really needs my help, but if I can contribute, it's going to make my self-esteem grow higher. Okay, I mean, as a lady in the house, as a woman, we also want to be known as someone who can be a helping hand to our husband or even to our family or our parents, right? Like Ben said, our parents are getting old. So my parents are all gone. They already passed away, but my husband's parents are still alive. So for me, if I can do a little bit of contribution to help, it's going to be a great blessing for myself because I believe that good things returns to you. And I love to do ministries. Remember, I told you guys about ministry. Now, ministry takes a lot of time. Ministry takes a lot of things that you need to sacrifice. But if you're working 24 hours a day and you're working for people, if you don't have flexibility and you don't have a financial freedom, okay, you don't have an extra income, this will not be possible. Today, I'm able to do little ministry around me. Not much, but it's very meaningful. Little ministry around me because of the things that I'm doing now, because of what I have now. Okay, I have 2 jobs now. Okay, one that is sustaining me with basic income, and another one is giving me little money here and there every now and then. So this is something that makes my dream attainable. I believe that I'm going to be very successful if I keep doing and working on this path that I already envisioned myself. I'm not a lady who wants a big car, a big house, or anything. I just want to have a stable life. I just want to have a balanced life. And I really want to have a lot of time for myself and for my family. This is very important. Of course, money is very important. It's going to be a blessing when all this comes balanced. Okay. So this is about my dare to dream. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. Okay, so basically, Sam's dream is to can I call it the animal's house or what? So can we bring some giraffe or horses? The old horses that they want to sell in the turf club. You can also bring to your house. Okay, all right. So the next person that is going to share his dream, basically he is from the Ministry of Health. Okay, formerly from a senior officer from Ministry of Health, and then of course he retired, and then he joined a university as a lecturer, and also subsequently he retired also from the universities, and then he joined KFC as a senior manager for the quality control. So basically, your KFC, you want to know which KFC is good or bad or whatever, you can ask him. So that's the senior manager for the KFC quality control. But of course, he also retired from there. So today, basically, he is actually full time in Atomy. Okay, he is none other than our very senior but very cheerful Encik Abdul Razak. All right, so let's listen from a senior officer that what is his dream at his age. Okay, what is his dream? So all the way to you, Encik Razak.
Okay, hi, Atomians. Good evening. So I've been kindly introduced by Ben just now. So I'm not going to introduce myself again. But Ben has forgotten to tell you about my age. By the way, I'm 68 now. Not so old, not so young. But I'm still having my a young heart with me at this moment. Okay, tonight we are given this opportunity to share with you all about our dream. Yes, every one of us has their own dream. Well, I'm entitled to my dream also, even though I'm at this age. I'm a retired person, but only God knows that I'm entitled to my dreams. But before talking about dream, I'd like to share with you my life story just a little bit. So as you know just now, as Ben said, I was working with Ministry of Health for about 32 years, then Masa University and KFC. So during that time, my purchasing power was yes, good enough for me at that moment. But I forgot one thing when I was working. This was something said by Ben just now. When you are in comfort zone, always think of the danger time, which I didn't do at that time. Not to say that I didn't do much, but I did not expect that uncertainties come into your life. Your need change from time to time. Your desire change from time to time. But to cut it short, after retirement, my purchasing power becomes so small. Then it triggers me to do something, to decide. So I've decided that I must do something to chase my dreams, because at this age I still have my dreams. So my dreams are for a retired person like myself. I don't dream of big car, of fancy car, of beautiful house. No, nothing like that. But suddenly, I feel like doing charity. So at this age, you are called upon deep inside your heart, your spiritual need. That is called spiritual need. Suddenly you think of poor people out there. So you think of helping them. So how to help them after retirement? The money that I have had in my hand is only my pension and some saving. So charities nowadays are not that cheap. So I feel like doing sacrifice of animals abroad, so that the poor people in the third countries could have the taste of meat. So this costs money. If you want to slaughter, let's say 5 cows, easily is around 30,000. That you have that big dream, but you don't have that money. But I keep my dream to myself, and I want to achieve that dream. So I'm going to share with you how I'm going to achieve that dream. So another dream that I have is to have an emergency fund for my children. So these children, nowadays, like Ben said just now, they don't prepare for the worst. They just hope for the best, but they never prepare for the worst. So they are very compassionate with their life. But when difficulty comes, you turn to their father and mother. And I'm not in the position to help them because I'm retired already. So what I'm thinking of is I could come with a family fund, emergency fund, then this fund will help them. Because I'm not going to stay long in this world. That fund is for them. But how to get that fund? How to come up with that fund? It is a dream, but I'm sure I can achieve that dream. I'm going to share you later about it. The third dream is that, well, I've been traveling in Malaysia because I have a passion for fishing, swimming, snorkeling, and scuba diving. So for all this time, I've been to all the islands in Malaysia. So I had that dream of, why not? If one day I can go snorkeling in the Maldives and then need money. So where am I going to get money? Luckily, I was introduced to Atomy. And I believe with the strength, with the spirit, with the philosophy in Atomy, I could achieve my dream. So before achieving those dreams that I've mentioned earlier, I'm targeting to become a sales master by the end of 2021. That is my first dream. I must achieve my sales mastership by 2021. Then I'll climb the ladder further up and further up and further up. So you youngsters, you deserve your dream. Don't ever deny your own dream. Visualize your dream, materialize your dream. So I believe in Atomy. You know why I believe in Atomy? Just for simple reason. Because Atomy is a very dynamic business. It's an online business. Very easy, no hassle, no capital. So for people like me and for you all, it's the best choice at this moment that I can think of. And the marketing plan is very powerful, very promisable, very promising. And the products are sustainable products that you are going to use forever. Every walk of people will use Atomy products. So why worry? Don't worry about the market. If all the Malaysians become Atomians, all the Malaysians consume Atomy product, go abroad. Because Atomy is a global business. You can go to any of the more than 16 countries that Atomy has penetrated. You go to the list. You will never know that your partners in your group may know people from abroad. Then you get shocked out of your life when your group grow bigger and grow further. Further in the sense that it could be overseas. It can happen in Atomy. So why worry about that? Have your dreams. Visualize a dream and go for it or go for them. Actually, I've got 8 dreams to formalize my balanced life, like what Sam has mentioned just now. So in a balanced life, I've listed out about 8 elements. And 8 elements are some form of dreams and targets. But tonight I'm going to mention just about these few dreams. So people will ask, what on earth a person like me at this age want to have these dreams? Come on, guys. We are human beings. There are things that we cannot control within ourselves, which is internal, which is spiritual need. Desire. Desire can't be stopped. All people got desire. Now you ask an old man, old person, if you can marry a very beautiful young girl, would you like to have beauty? Yes. You'll answer yes, I want. You see, that is desire. Desire never stops. Sometimes you develop new desire in life. That is beyond control. So that happens to me. So there's nothing wrong in that. Because I'm still healthy. Thanks to Allah, I'm still healthy. I'm still able to walk here and there. So why not? I carry on with my dream. So my dream just now, as I said, I would like to have an intensive fund for my family. And I would like to have enough money to do big charity. Even though my mother and my father are no more here, but we can do good for them. We can still do good for them. So in Islam, it is called wakaf. It is called wakaf. We can always go for wakaf. we wakaf something for our parents, even though they are not here anymore. Just wakaf a simple thing first. You can wakaf a burger store to someone so that you can start business, something like that. So with that, I don't want to turn back, because I've made this as my sense of urgency already, because I need to make my dreams materialize. I really want to leave a legacy behind me. I don't have much money to buy property for my children, but if I could leave one emergency fund for my children, it's good enough already for them. They'll remember me. And what more? If I could leave them behind my passive income. I'm going for that. I'm going for my passive income, at least 10,000 per month. And I want it to grow year by year. But at least for a start, it must be about 10,000 per month. Then after some time, if I achieve this, maybe in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't care. I'll go for it. But what I want is, I want to leave a legacy behind. So I want to leave this passive income to my children so that they can inherit this passive income to their children, 2 generations. So where can you find this kind of benefit? Anywhere. Please PM me. I would like to know. So without much hassle, without capital, and then I really believe in Atomy because of the philosophy behind Atomy. Absolute quality, absolute price. This is a very powerful philosophy, because it means that every person on earth in mass will enjoy prestigious product at a very affordable price. Why can this be achieved in Atomy? Because Atomy practices mass production of prestigious products, so that everyone can enjoy prestigious products. I'm not going to touch on those products. You can browse on your own. I'm not going to share on that. There are a lot of literature, you can get it from Facebook, you can get it from channel Atomy, you can get it from your leaders. Don't worry about being an Atomian, and don't worry about having your dream, because you are guided by a very powerful education support in Atomy. Don't worry about that. We have our education center everywhere in Malaysia, about more than 300. So we have ODS twice a week, which you can follow. This platform are very good for you to gather more information, to share stories from successful people, to share about product benefits. And then it doesn't end there. We have our worldwide support, YouTube channel Atomy. So you will be fully guided, you will be fully groomed in Atomy, so that you can visualize your dreams. So before ending my my sharing, I would like to leave one quote by Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is an author and an entrepreneur in America. He said, "Without sense of urgency, desire loses its value." Yes, he's very right. You must have that sense of urgency. As Ben asked you a very simple question just now, does your pay can assure your success in your dream? If your pay cannot assure the success of your dream, find a second source. Find a passive income, so that you don't have to deny your own dream. Don't be a culprit to yourself. You must help yourself. You must help yourself to visualize your dreams. So those are my dreams. I just mentioned 3 of them. Actually, I got more than that. There are short-term dreams, there are long-term dreams. But for tonight, I think it's quite enough for me to share just those dreams with you. So with that, I thank you very much for listening, and I'm giving back this platform to Ben. So Ben, the platform is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Encik Razak. Thank you, Tuan Razak. So, okay, tonight, we also learned quite a number of things from Encik Razak, right? So, it says a sense of urgency for today. I mean, without sense of urgency, actually desire loses its value, okay? So, we need to have the sense of urgency, especially the young people. Why? Because the young people, you still have your parents, you still have your family with you. So it's actually more urgency for the young people to actually work harder and share your dreams, and then bring your parents for holidays, for good meals and all that. For people like Tuan Raza, or even myself, or even Samantha, right? My parents has gone, okay? But then we can still do good things, as what Sam has mentioned, and also Encik Raza has mentioned, that we can always do a lot of good things, and then the good merits goes to our parents. Okay, and of course, I share the same thing with Tuan Raza as well. Yeah, I want to leave a legacy for my kids. Okay, so can you imagine, if let's say I leave a bunch of money, let's say big money for my kids, after they finish spending the money, they don't remember me anymore, right? After we have gone to heaven, so if I leave them with Atomy's income, they remember me every Tuesday. If I pass them my Atomy's income, they will remember me every Tuesday, correct? Because every Tuesday we take money, money goes to the bank, right? So they remember me every Tuesday. So at least 4 times a week, they will remember, oh, my dad is giving me money, right? And then my grandchildren, so my grandchildren will remember my grandfather is giving me money. Every week they will remember me, all right? So that is more than enough. Okay, what more to ask for, right? Okay, all right. So tonight we have also listened from the young people like Sam, and also from the senior people like Tuan Raza, right? So now let's listen to a businessman. Okay, a businessman. What is his dream? All right. So he's the businessman. I know him for many years. I didn't expect him to be a Tomian also. I thought that introduce him some him so that he can have his fingerprint. He's a man not from Atlantic. Not Man from Atlantic. I mean those movie, those senior people, you know what I'm talking about, right? The Man from Atlantic, he's a man without fingerprint those days. But then today, with him, he has got fingerprint. And he's a businessman, all right? He's a businessman, and he has got a big dream. His big dream, maybe including 4 wives, like Encik Razak talking about, like he got a desire to have 4 wives. And okay, excuse me. It's censored. Okay. So let's listen to Mr. Lim Wee Seong. Yeah. So what is his dream? All right. So all the way to you, Mr. Lim. Sorry, not 4 wives, 4 horses.
All right. Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me share my screen. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Okay. I'm Wee Seong. I'm from Penang. I've been jobless for the past 20 over years. All right. I started my own business about 20 years ago. Then, of course, being a businessman, that it has its challenges. Right. So I'm here today to share with you what's the difference between passive income and active income. All right. Okay. In a traditional business, all right, these are some of the traditional business models. Okay, being either you are a manufacturer, you set up your manufacturing plants, whereby it's you have to purchase raw materials and create products and to be sold in the market, right? Or you could be a distributor. Okay, company that distributes products directly from the manufacturer. All right, or a retailer. That means you open up a retail outlet Okay, can be a boutique, can be fruits, foods, F&B and all that. Okay, whereby you have to sell inventory. All right, and also you need a premise. All right, you need a shop or a store or somewhere in the mall or along the shops along the road. So that is being a retailer. All right, or you sign up being with a franchise. Okay, you get a franchise from a reputable company or a reputable brand, and you start selling their products or distributing their products. All right, these are some of the basic traditional business available. All right, so what we call from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the distributor, retailer, and the end consumer, which are people like us. All right, now to start a new business is not easy. All right, you need startup costs. All right, and it can be pricey, very high, especially if you are doing manufacturing or retailing store. All right, you don't forget when you set up, for example, a retail store, apparel boutique. All right, you need to renovate. You know, if you get it if you do it in the mall, you need to renovate. You need to stock up with the latest fashion, clothing fashion, apparels, and all that. So that may cost you a couple $100,000 easily. All right, and then probably you need to purchase or lease a land, an office space, a retail space, a warehouse to conduct your business. That is the minimum that you need. Okay, so what do? Either you use your own savings, if you have your own savings. If you don't have enough, you go to the bank to get a bank loan, right? To buy or lease your retail outlet or your factory or whatnot. And if you're into aquaculture and agriculture, you may need to buy land or lease a piece of land, all right, to plant your Musang King or you know, your whatever durians. All right, and you will also face hiring and managing personnel. That means employees from management level right all the way to cleaners. All right, and every entrepreneur knows, you know, it's easier to run a business than to manage people. All right, this is a very, very tedious and headache job. Okay, because in Chinese they say 10 people got 11 characters. All right, so if you're in the service business, whereby you need people to go out and service, okay, you need remote workers and employees. All right, so you see, you need all this from professional people down to the on the ground level people. All right, and when you have a traditional business, okay, you're unable to operate in multiple jurisdictions unless you open up many outlets or branches. Okay, for example, you know, if people won't come from 100 kilometers to come over to buy from you, or 200 meters, probably you service or you supply to the people around probably about 30, 40, 50 kilometer radius. All right. So one good example is 7-Eleven. Look at 7-Eleven, how many outlets they have. All right, in Penang or in SP or in KL. They have many outlets to be able to cater for the people surrounding that taman or that area. All right, and don't forget, today parking is also a hassle. You must provide sufficient ample parking space so that your customers are willing to come to your place to buy. For example, if you have a shopping mall where you don't have sufficient car park, right? And I have, probably the customers will come to my place because people want convenience. All right, shipping and logistics. Now you have to the items to be shipped from your suppliers, either the manufacturers or the distributors, to your store and getting it to your clients. If your business is not retail where people walk in, okay, you have to ensure that you can deliver the products or the services to your clients. So you imagine we had 2 MCOs. The first one was very bad. It was a total lockdown from March until June, I think. Okay, it's about close to 3 months. So nothing can move around. All right, you cannot supply your services to your clients, and you're very difficult for you to buy things. You're only limited to essential services as well as essential items like your food, vegetables, and all that. Okay, so this is also another problem. All right. Okay. In a traditional business, you see on the left, what are you going to have? In terms of costing, you need staffing, you need inventory, you need equipment, you need computer, you need a premise. Right? These are some samples of traditional business. All right. As in a workplace, you need an office, your factory or shop. Okay. You need to trade your time for money in a traditional business. All right. A local market, you need staff. Compared to an online business, where you only need a device whereby you can connect either on the internet or broadband, you can connect. You can do your business anywhere you are, at home, beach, hotel, whatever time. Okay. Basically, you're open 24 hours a day, like 7-Eleven, right? And your market is global compared to local market, right? Remember, in Atomy, it is one ID international business, all right? And the software. Who provides the software in Atomy? Atomy has the online shopping mall. And I think everybody know already that Atomy is now working together with Alibaba, all right? So these are the two different scenarios whereby a traditional business versus online business. All right. And this traditional way is how things are usually done. All right. Harder to target your audience, less information. For example, if you do a TV ad, okay, a TV ad will cost a lot of money. And then normally it's about 30-second spot. Okay, and cost tens of thousands of ringgit. Or newspaper. All right. Newspaper, you publish your ad in a newspaper. Today people see, tomorrow people will throw away. So you have to put another insert. So these are all costs. These are all the traditional way of doing these advertisements. Versus today, where we are on digital, all right, it's wider coverage. For example, you can advertise on your Facebook, your Instagram, and whatnot. All right. So your postings are always there. I'm sure most of you have advertised Atomy products or the benefits of Atomy on your own Facebook, Instagram, and all the social medias. All right. Okay. This is what I do today. I started this business about 15 years ago. I have two farms, two sites, one in Penang and one in Perak. I have a total of 17 ponds, ranging from 6,000 to 15,000 square feet per pond. Right, this is the one in Penang. And this is what I rear. This is what I breed. Okay. Catfish, or in Malay is ikan keli. Okay. So what I do is I do catfish farming for more than 10 years already. Okay. What are the challenges in a traditional business in aquaculture breeding catfish? Number one, I need high capital investment. My capital was about 350,000. I need manpower. I need to hire foreigners, all right? Because they are more hardy, they are more willing to work. Because this one is 365 days of work. Okay, this is my input capacity. That means each month, my input of my fish fry, anak keli, is about 700,000 to 1 million. My output capacity is about 30,000 kilo to 40,000 kilo. Now, this is where everyone who is involved in livestock, in vegetables, or anything related to life, or even poultry like chicken, cattle, or what you call goats and all that, anything that is alive, there is always a very, very high risk. Okay, like in my case, number one is weather. It is something nobody can control. Drought is one. Flood is the other one. Okay, I've experienced both. Let me give you a little bit. I've lost 2 ponds of fish during a flood many years ago. When it floods, there's nothing can be done. You just watch the fish. If it stays, you're lucky. If it goes, say bye-bye. Okay? And then drought, I think a couple of years back, there was a very long drought for about close to 3 months. Each day, I lose 300 to 400 kilo of fish for over 1.5 to 2 months. That means I'm losing about 1,200 to 1,500 ringgit a day. Okay, that was how bad it was. All right. Number two, quality of fries. Because I'm not producing my own fries, I'm buying, so I am unable to control the quality of my fries. Disease. Anything that is alive, whether it's plant, vegetables, fish, chicken, they are all prone to diseases. All right. Predators. Predators, there are things that come and eat or spoil your plant, your fish, your chicken, and all that. These are all predators. Even a vegetable, crop growing, there are a lot of pest predators. Like in my case, fish or anything, fish or prawns, these are the few things that we will have. All right. If you see, these are some of photos of disease that a catfish can get. Okay. These are the eagles that come and fish. Right. Egrets, otters, these monitor lizards, and this one is what we call puchong or burung kuak. They come and feed on the fish. All right. And we sell on credit. Most of our business, we sell on credit. So when you sell on credit, you are always exposed to bad debts. Okay. And also workers, like I mentioned earlier, workers is always a problem, especially foreigners. Their mentality is different from ours. Their culture is different from ours. So normally, workers is a bit difficult to control. All right. Like recently, my worker asked for a raise. I told them since the pandemic started, about a year already, I've been losing money. So what raise are you talking about? You're very lucky I didn't cut your salary. Okay. To be very honest, even in agriculture, during the pandemic, business was slowed down. Although we were able to sell, but then the volume dropped about 70%. So all in all, till today, I lost about 100,000. People think that fish every day people eat, but during a pandemic, which has never happened before, even consumable products such as fish also dropped. Okay. I also were informed by my friends in the poultry industry, the shrimp industry, the prawn industry, all their businesses dropped. All right. If you remember during the start of the pandemic, when there was a total lockdown, there were news on the social media and also in the newspaper. The Cameron Highland growers, they were throwing away the vegetables. Right. It was that bad. All right. And you have to manage your accounting and taxes because it's a Sendirian Berhad company. So you have to do accounting and you have to declare and pay taxes. And like myself, I'm unable to leave for long holidays. At best, I can go is 1 week. Okay. I cannot go for 1 month, 2 months of holiday. I am unable to. All right. And I have to comply with all the regulations from the authorities. For example, like fish in my industry, fisheries department, this department of environment. All right, I have to comply with all these departments. All right, so that is what I do. Now, let me give you the difference between active income and passive income. First of all, active income is hard-earned money that one earns in exchange for performing a service and also selling something, right? Like salary, hourly wages, commission, tips, consulting, and freelance services. These are the few examples, all right? Why is active income important? I'm not saying that don't work, don't get an active income and immediately get a passive income, all right? If you look at here, it says that active income is important because it allows you to earn an income quickly and consistently. Active income offers you the opportunity to make money in a short period of time. More often than not, active income provides people the means to build a passive income. So I believe most of you here, even myself, we don't jump into passive income. We have our active income. If you're doing your business, you do your business first. If you're still working, you continue working first. while you go into how you're going to generate your passive income. All right. Now, passive income is the money earned on investment. All right. You have worked in the past to continue to make money without any additional effort later. All right. It's called the holy grail of income streams. If you're willing to work early on, passive income could sustain your life for a very long time. In case of this Atomy, it can sustain for the next 2 generations, in total 3 generations. All right. Now, what source of passive income? There are interest earned from investments like fixed deposits, stocks, bonds, funds, investment, and very popular now are cryptocurrencies. All right. I was told Bitcoin, went up, hit the roof, 50,000 plus. All right. Affiliate income, money you receive as a referral commission. When users click through a specially coded link on your website, you monetize. For example, I think TikTok does that, YouTube does that. What else? Few other company does that. All right. You monetize. Display advertisement. Display advertisement, you have your blog site, you have your Facebook, and then you actually get traffic into your Facebook or your blog, and you can monetize, you can generate money. Rental income, property, can be land, can be house, can be shop lot, all right, rental income. However, it requires a large upfront investment. All right. Why is passive income important? Your physical presence and efforts isn't continually required in order for you to make money. All right. You can make money in all hours of the day and every day of the year, whether you're sleeping, on vacation, or watching TV. So that is passive income. All right. Who can tell me what's this? Who is this? Who is this chap here? Anybody?
Robert Kiyosaki.
Excellent. Okay. He has this ESBI. E, employee. S, self-employed. This is active, passive, you are business, doing business, or you are an investor. All right. So being in the S quadrant, like myself, is actually the hardest quadrant to be in. It's easier to be an employee. The toughest quadrant to be in is in S, self-employed. All right. So if I plan properly, I will move into the B and the I. Preferably, I want to go to the B first. All right. I'm not too interested in the I. All right. Now, this is something that I don't have to introduce to everyone here. Basically, Atomy is an online shopping mall. All right. It's got its website. All right. It sells daily necessity products and the products of absolute quality, absolute price, where it practices the ethos of prestige. It's an international business. To date, Atomy has opened up in 18 countries and many more to come. It's an award-winning company as well as a company with award-winning products. All right. And a very, very good education system. Success Academy is one of them. All right. Now, let me tell you a bit of my why. I'm a single father and I work probably 20 hours a day, 19, 20 hours a day. I sleep about 4 to 5 hours a day. That's all. All right. I don't have time to spend with my son and I don't have time to spend with my parents. My dad is in his more than 87, I think. My mom is 80. So because of my work commitment, besides what I showed you on the aquaculture, I do 2 other business. Number 1, I do hazard training and consultancy. Hazard is hazard analysis, critical control point, especially people or manufacturers who are manufacturing in the food industry. All right. We go in, we consult, we audit for them on the food safety aspect, and we train their quality controller, QC personnel as well. I do that off and on right now. Right. I used to conduct public classes in KL, especially at least once or twice a year. Right, we do classes, and now I do a little bit less of that because I don't have the time. Actually, the fish farming was supposed to be my part-time business, but then it flipped around, it became my full-time business, and the other one became my part-time business. All right. So these are the two things that I do. Now, it is very, very difficult to focus on my son and my family because day in, day out is either work and I do a few other things as well. Okay, not to generate income, but as I go along, I'm 51, right? I'm 51 this year. So, you know, I've been giving back to society in several ways. All right, making money is not the only thing in life for me. All right, maybe you know, when you're in your younger days, 20 plus, 30 plus, where you know I was before, so making money was very important. So today, what I want to do is I want to give back to society. So I concentrate on a few things. Number one, thank you. Number one is school and students. So I contribute to my son's school and also to my alma mater. Okay. So that's what I do. So that takes up a little bit of my time. All right. And I always envision, because my son is partly Indonesian. All right. My ex is from Medan, and Penang Medan is very near. You know, I always have this idea or vision or dream that I want to start a business in Medan. If you have been to Medan, it is actually quite developed. All right, their airport, the Kuala Namu, the new airport is fantastic. It's bigger than the Penang airport, at least 2 to 3 times bigger. All right, and the economy is growing. It is growing. All right. So, for example, I want to do a business in Indonesia, in Medan. What do I want to do? I cannot think of a product because over there is cheaper. Secondly, I need a space. I need to hire people. When money is involved, you know, what happens if one day I come back to Penang, when I go back the next time, everything is closed. No more. You know, that has been playing on in my mind. All right, and what product? So today, after Ben introduced Atomy to me, I told myself, I can take Atomy to Indonesia and everywhere else in the world without having an office, hiring staff. I can go there, rent a hotel space, all right, and do sharing. I have no risk. Basically, I have zero risk. I can grow my market in Indonesia without very, very high risk or exposure. Okay? And in Indonesia, the rich are very, very rich. Trust me. Their houses are fantastically big. If you bring 1 million, you buy a property here for 1 million, especially in Penang, there you can buy a bungalow probably with 6-7 rooms. Okay? So I'm waiting for the inter-country to be lifted. Then I will make my trip to Indonesia. So who wants to follow me? Let me know. We go together. All right. Medan is my target market. Medan has a population of about 1.6 million. The whole of Sumatra Utara has a population of about 2 million plus. All right. So that is one of my dreams with Atomy. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to go to Indonesia. Besides opening up the market there, I want to train, I want to take some of the less fortunate Indonesians who are willing to work, who are willing to put in the next 1-2 years to develop Atomy's business and bring these people out of poverty. I've spoken to a few already. They are willing to do it, but I've yet, to go there physically. Now, basically, it's on Zoom, that's all. All right. It's a huge market, right? Can book ticket now. Okay. All right. So my dream of Atomy in Indonesia is that. Okay. Now, this is just a very, I'll just run through this very briefly. Now, this is the e-commerce sales worldwide from 2014 and the projection to 2023. All right. If you look at 2020, I think 2020 is about 4 trillion. Okay, they're expecting it to grow 20 to 30% every year annually. All right, and this is Southeast Asia, and if you look, it is also growing. This is e-commerce. So where does Atomy fit in? Atomy fits into e-commerce. All right, these are some of the spending habits. All right, in terms of gender. All right, these are all online, online spending, gender, and then you have age group. If you look at the age group of online shoppers, majority 51% age between 25 and 34. So this is the largest market. All right, and the most popular items to buy online: food delivery. All right, Panda, your Food Panda, your Grab Food, all that. They are doing very, very well during the lockdown. Travel, clothing, cosmetic and perfume, sports. All right. The next thing I do, which I do in a small scale, is during the MCO, there are many people who are affected, the less fortunate ones. So what I do is I donate catfish, I donate rice, flour, sugar, all that essential food stuff. All right. There are a lot. Some of you may not see that's all. You know, especially in the rural area, there are a lot. If we see the bottom left photo, this is a single mother with 5 children. Okay, and the eldest daughter do not have a chance to attend school because the mother works in the factory, and the eldest daughter has to take care of the other siblings. This is how bad the situation was. Now it's a little bit better. All right. I have a club. Maybe not many people have heard of rugby. All right. I have a club called the Penang Blues Club. And me and my colleagues, we want to establish a rugby academy for Penang. Okay. Now, you have football academy, you have hockey academy, but then rugby is not a very popular game, but it's getting more and more popular, right? We want to establish a rugby academy ranging from 13 years old up to probably about 21 years old. All right, we want to fund the coaches and all that, because with us, we have 5 former national coaches, players with us, and they are willing to help out. But all these need money. We have worked out a budget. We need about 200,000 a year minimum. So with a passive income, when I can generate a passive income from Atomy, I will do this. And Penang is not last year, 2019. Penang State Rugby was bottom 3 when we went for the national tournament. We want to make Penang top 3. All right. If you see at the bottom left, all right, these are school kids ranging from 6-year-old until I think 13, 14 years old. All right. These are some of the coaches are expats living in Penang. Rugby is a hooligan sports played by gentlemen. Right? And this is the one that I always like. You know football, right? You all know the injuries that they get. And a rugby player, any injury, they will bandage up, they will go back and play. That is what rugby players do. All right. These are some of the people, these are all the people I'm sure you all know. This gentleman, Amazon, Alibaba, Shopee, Amway. They are all involved in e-commerce or network marketing. Right? And a very popular quote, I'm sure everybody has heard of it. All right. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Pass it back to you, Ben.
Okay. Thank you, Wishang. Thank you so much.